16 years he's made me happy. He's taken good care of me and the kids. Do you realize you've never once said a nice thing about George?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So you guys already know what we're doing here. I hope you guys are doing great. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to the members. You guys are beautiful. The Everybody Hates Chris video is about to hit 1K, so expect a video sometime this week. Dude, I'm excited about Everybody Hates Chris. I feel like George Lopez is starting to slow down a little bit, and it's gonna be fun going into a new show and just enjoying it with you guys. Who's excited? I know I am. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video because this one is honestly one that I'm pretty sure is gonna change your perspective a lot.
I called her a selfish tramp. That is the last thing I said to my mother.
Now, it is gonna be a little bit easier to talk about Angie because her and George go hand in hand. You see, we first meet Angie in season 1 prototype.
Put lunch money in your bag?
It's there, don't worry about it. I'll just share with the cheerleaders. They don't eat their food.
What's a period?
And Angie looks like she is the classic home wife. She is the one that's holding it down at home. She's the one that's there for the kids, but she does show a little bit of firm attitude with the kids as well. Overall though, she is extremely supportive for George.
I'm gonna say something nice to him. Get your bags and go.
Now you can tell that Angie has some real family values. Angie was the whole wait till we get married to have kids and everything in between. Angie admires her dad Vic and her mom Emelina, and we also know that she has a sister Gloria and a brother Ray.
To your sister.
Ray's been here a week and he's already got Veronica asking for her money. It's obvious he's trying to rip her off.
Now, if we can get into them just for a little bit because there's no real reason to talk about them since they only appear a few episodes. Angie is the one that stands out above Gloria and Ray because Gloria and Ray are spoiled and rotten. Angie is the one that actually turned out perfectly. But this is where the story gets a little bit sticky because as the show goes on, you see a change in Angie's attitude towards the marriage, towards George, towards the kids. And now, that's not to say that she is terrible or that she even becomes a negative person, but Angie does change in just the way that she thinks. And that is honestly a huge statement to just say. You can't just take that with a grain of salt. Like, the change in Angie is extremely apparent. Now, to kind of back it up a little bit, Angie is great with both her kids. She's fair and loving to both of them. And as I mentioned, she's very supportive to George. But it's not just George that she's supportive to. She's actually very tolerant of Benny.
I'm trying to stall her until Randy gets here. It's our 6-month anniversary and I helped him plan a big romantic night for her.
Angie and Benny have somewhat of a relationship where Angie and Benny can actually speak to each other. But it's mainly because Angie knows who Benny is and all this stuff that she's put George through. Now, when I say this is actually one of the biggest things because when you really think about it, Angie holds a secret from George for a very long time that, in my opinion and everybody else's, should have gotten them divorced. You see, when Angie was pregnant with Carmen and they were still living in Benny's house, Benny ended up giving Angie $5,000 to get their own apartment and move out of Benny's house. And this is a secret that Angie kept forever. This is honestly what made George finally break out of his shell and stand up to Benny, as well as stand up for Angie.
Stupid. Did she make you cry? You know what? Sick of you treating Angie this way. We're out of here. From now on, I won't do anything for you and you don't do anything for me. Because I'm a man and I don't need anything from you anymore.
This is what made George the man that he is today. And a lot of people might think George is still not really a man, but he did stand up for his family. Now, when we think about how they met, yes, you guys already know the whole mural painting lie. Angie lied to George about her intentions in asking him to the Sadie's dance because it was a challenge to take the Biggest Loser, so we already know how Angie felt about George. But what the audience never really actually thinks about is how Angie actually thinks of herself. You see, Angie does in a way think that she is above George. And I don't mean money-wise or status, but perhaps looks. I know Angie for a fact thinks that George is reaching when it comes to physical looks in the relationship. And you already know that in every relationship, there is a reacher and there is a settler on every aspect: money, looks, behavior, personality. In this case, Angie thinks she is the settler when it comes to looks. But that's not to say that Angie doesn't love George. Still, it does kind of point out that Angie has a lot of things in her past every now and then thinks about. Perfect example when she goes and meets her former ex-boyfriend because she wanted to know why she got stood up, why he broke up with her, and she feels completely validated once she finds out that her dad Vic paid him off so that he could leave her alone. And it does show a little bit of character from Angie if she was willing to stay with George even though Vic felt even worse about George than he ever did with Spencer. Angie, at the end of the day, does have some character. She does have loyalty for George. And this is just us talking season 1 through 6 because if you guys saw season 7's review, a lot more happens and a lot of people can also put 2 and 2 together. At the end of the day, you want to just kind of take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to Angie. Angie for sure is one that is loyal, loving to her family, but she does have a lot of skeletons in her closet. As always, guys, thank you so much for your support. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know what you think down below. Let me know who you guys think I should do next. As always, stay safe. Let me know how you're doing today. I'll see you all on the next one. Goodbye.
And I ran out of deodorant, razors, and hair dye a long time ago.
Órale, Pepe Le Pew.